Jurassic World 3, Jurassic World Dominion reviews are in, guys. We're going to talk about it today. Welcome to Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. Today, guys, we got some Miss Marvel reviews and some reactions are in. Top Gun faces a lawsuit. Neve Campbell says she's not going to come back to Scream 6, or the Scream franchise. Okay, well, that's interesting. We'll talk about these topics today on the show. Mirror Domains. Well, we break it down to you guys pretty straight. Let's get right into today's stories with Jurassic World Dominion. The early reviews are in, and let's get right to it. Okay, well, guys, it's not as good as I was hoping, but we'll work through this. Jurassic World Dominion draws mixed first reactions, from roaring fun to overindulgent and pointless. Well, these are just kind of like the snapshot reviews, guys. We know that it's coming out on Thursday, but it's not going to detract my excitement from it, because these are just, these are just people with journalism credits, right? You hear me rag about that all the time, but I'm not gonna do that today, other than what I just said. Let's take a look at some of the snapshot reviews. Jurassic World Dominion is a big, roaring, fun adventure. Jurassic World Dominion is big, dumb fun, and that's all I want from Jurassic World. That's all the other two have given me, so I'm on board. Plus, you get Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and Laura Dern back. I like the trailers for this, so let's continue this quote. The dinosaurs are bigger and better than ever. It's non-stop dinosaur action. And Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, and Sam Neill return hit the nostalgic spots. I just love them. Okay, so they like that. They like that quite a bit. Let's be clear, it doesn't matter what I say about Jurassic World Dominion, then why are you saying it? It's going to make so much money, it defies logic. It's a movie where things just happen and people know things because nostalgia overdrive. So I don't know what the heck what this person is talking about. That's a weird quote. I hope you didn't get retweets on that. Jeez. Not very well composed. Remember, these are supposed to be people who went to school to compose their thoughts. Jurassic World Dominion equals bad. It ignores the premise it should have had from the start, instead synthetically engineering two different uninteresting and hollow stories that it struggles to connect. Somehow, some effects look polished, some ropey, worst of the franchise. That's bummer. So what does she mean there by two entirely different storylines? Is that the old cast trying to meet up with the new cast? Some hollow stories that it struggles to connect. Not good. Not good. It delivers the spectacle you would expect, but Jurassic World Dominion feels underwhelming for a finale as it treads familiar ground. Lovely to see the OG trio, though, and their strand is the strongest, even if it unwittingly highlights how bland the Jurassic World characters are by comparison. That's not true. I like Bryce Dallas Howard. Oh, Perry Nemiroff. She's a big, huge fan of this franchise, so let's see what she had to say. Jurassic World Dominion rocks. An excellent mix of practical and digital effects. Dinos look great. Dimetrodon scene is right up my alley. Is that the new dinosaur? That's the Joker dinosaur. Right up my alley. Bryce Dallas Howard runs away with the movie. Good. Well, that's good. I'm a big Bryce Dallas Howard fan. And new trilogy for that matter. Claire experiences one heck of an arc, and Howard soars with it. Good. Yeah, because you hear that perhaps she was always the main character all along, and I got no problem with that. But it's good to see that she likes it. Because, as I said, she's a huge... I mean, come on, she's wearing like a dino onesie or something there. Or that's like a cartoon picture. But I think, she just loves the franchise, so that's good. Let's see what... I don't know who this person is. Jurassic World Dominion is at its best when the old and new cast are together. Okay, so that's what people want to see, though. Fans of the franchise should enjoy this. Plenty of nods to the OG. I'd recommend giving that a close rewatch. Okay, so I guess it looks like it's gonna have a lot of Easter eggs. Truly, Jurassic World Dominion is bad, so bad it's too long. Well, it is like 2.5 hours, and I'm kind of like, oh God, guys, you got to cut down with these 2.5 hour movies. You know, but anyway, it is. We'll see it on Thursday anyway, and yeah, so it's mixed. Jurassic World Dominion is absolutely terrible. It's like a bunch of hotshots brainstorm dino-centric theme park. Okay, so Matt Donato. My gut reaction after walking out of Jurassic World Dominion is that it's the worst movie in the franchise I adore. It's too long. Action sequences are downright ugly and overall way too bloated. Then I smiled at nostalgia beats and baby dinos, so like that too? Question mark. Okay, so people are saying that it's too long, a little too convoluted. I get the sense, and perhaps it doesn't do a good job of wrapping up this series, or at least this iteration, because you got 3 Jurassic World movies, you got 3 Jurassic Park movies. It's a mixed review. Honestly, I'm just rooting for the dinosaurs. Well, that's what they were kind of setting up, even though that the dinosaurs were engineered. We'll have to see how that pans out. I still like the trailers. I like the cinematography for it. Let's go over to the tomato meter, guys, and take a look at what the score is. See if it's been updated with North American reviews. We looked at this yesterday. No, it still has 8 reviews out because it has opened up in some foreign markets. I think it's Spanish markets. And once we get more bad reviews in, the score will probably go down to about 50, I'm thinking. But the audience score is what's really going to matter here on this one, because I still project that Jurassic World Dominion will make $1 billion. For sure, because it's, kids like dinosaurs. 2.5 hours, though, I think is a bit long for something like that, for a kid to sit there for 2.5 hours. That's my only apprehension right now, is for Jurassic World Dominion. Hope it's not too long. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, if you didn't know, we do a live movie news show here daily, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, where we talk about all the big movie news headlines. And it's a live show, so you can participate with me in the live chat. I'll talk with you in between the stories. If not, all of these stories will be linked for you in time codes in the description and comment section below. And there are all my social media handles right there. All right. Over the weekend, the Predator Prey trailer was leaked online, but everybody was giving their thoughts on it. So they kind of released the trailer this morning, and I did a full live, I did a reaction for it. So it's going to be up on the channel later today. I just hadn't had time to run it through the old processors here before I went live here for the movie news show. And we'll walk through some of the screenshots, and I really like the trailer. I like the trailer a lot. And I think that it's possible it could be a female predator. Well, you never know what the physiques of what they are, right? I mean, but it's probably, I just hope it expands a little bit of the lore of the predators in some fashion, because I think it looks awesome. So let's just pull up the trailer here, and let's walk through some of the screenshots. So that's Amber Midthunder, who looks great in this movie. Looks like she's sort of like an outcast. She's learning how to hunt. She wants to prove herself to the rest of the tribe that, she can hunt along with them. So it looks like she goes off with a bear. Now, hunting a bear with a dog. Now, what's curious is that she was talking, I think, the Comanche language to the dog, but we see them talking in English later on with each other. So I'm thinking that perhaps they'll do kind of what they did in The Hunt for Red October. You know how they started off speaking Russian, and then it zoomed in on their mouths, and then they switched over to English. Maybe they'll do something like that, or I'm not sure how exactly they're going to explain it, but it is what it is. You just kind of have to roll with it. That's something, it doesn't really bother me that much. But here's the bear attack. I guess she wants to lure it out to, or I don't think she's luring it out. I think she's running. She runs into a beaver den so that the bear can't get at her. And the bear tries to get at her, rips down the wall. But then the predator comes behind and lifts it up for its trophy. And I think that'll be the first time that she sees it, because she's just like, "Ho!" Okay, so it's directed by Dan Trachtenberg, guys. The guy who did 10 Cloverfield Lane. So that's good. That was a great movie, guys. I can't complain about that. So it's got like the right mix of the cast. I think she's going to be great. Right director, right material for the Predator. The cinematography in this looks absolutely breathtaking. And it's a shame that this is only coming out on Hulu, because I believe that this could fare well at the box office. I think it could do well in theaters, just due to about the fact that it's a Predator movie and that it's got some good cinematography. You don't really see too much until the very last 20 seconds or so. Looks like she's going to fight it. Hey, what's that in the background? There's something green there. Is that the Predator's blood? Yeah, that must be the Predator's blood. Huh. I didn't see that. Maybe I'll have to go through this frame by frame. But my full reaction will be up on the trailer, up on the channel later today, guys. So don't worry about that. Okay. So there was a shot here. Some horses running through the mist. And there it is there. We've seen that before. Maybe there's some white trappers or hunters that come in. It looks like they're, some poachers maybe. And it looks like they've got the guns there, guys. So maybe it could be tied to Predator 2. One of these guys could have that gun that the older Predator threw to Danny Glover. So it's possible, because you can see them as those old flint style kind of muskets kind of thing. So it's possible. And this was a cool shot of the Predator jumping over some trees. Yeah. So like it's very quick. And I'm sure there's going to be like scene for scene breakdown videos out there. And it looks like it dispatches some of these poachers, I guess we'll call them. Flips up the axe, grabs it, and then smacks them over the head. Okay, so the Comanche tribe is after it here. It goes into its shields. It looks like they throw fire at it or something. So she's going to use traps here. She's in mud. I think that's great. I think that's awesome. Because Predator, in the first Predator, Arnold beat it with traps. And I said that in my reaction too. Arnold beat it with a bow and arrow. So, I mean, and traps. So it stands to reason that somebody from the 1700s could definitely do it as well. And this was a rather quick shot. This shield. So it's got like a metal shield that comes up. So it doesn't quite fully have armor yet, perhaps. I don't know how that's going to work out. But you can see here that it's sort of got like a skull of some kind on its shield, on its mask. She screams, and that was a cool scream. I like that. So they throw down here at night, and then it's just like predator prey. Guys, what do you think about that trailer? And I hope you go and check out my my full reaction. I'll leave a link to that in the description below and cards later on today for my full reaction to Predator Prey. And as always, guys, it'll be up on my social media handles. Let's go over to the IMDb. Yeah, it'll be up on my TikTok and all that stuff later on today too. So, the origin story: Predator in the world of the Comanche Nation 300 years ago. Nauru, a skilled female warrior, fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators to land on Earth, August 5th. August 5th on Hulu. Ardglass Vikings in the live chat says, I was blown away with the Prey trailer, deserves IMAX treatment. Yeah, it definitely, because it does look like it has the scope. Amber Mid-Thunder is the main character in Nauru. Stephanie Mathias, Dakota Beavers, Stormy Kip. Definitely sounds like people who have blood, for sure. Okay. Yeah. Predator Prey, guys. What do you guys think about that trailer? Did it impress you? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue on. Arglass says in the live chat, I can't understand a 2.5-hour movie for Jurassic World. It'll be closing out the saga and reintroducing the OG team. Everyone will have their time to shine. I'll enjoy it for the dinos. Yeah, the dinos, that's what people are going for. I just wish they could wrap that up in like 2 hours max. You get more viewings in that way. You get more shows in at the theaters. But anyway, that's just a minor quibble. Maybe I'll go see it and I'll love it, and that's what I hope for. So when I go see Jurassic World, guys, watch for my straight out of the theater reaction on Thursday for sure. It'll be on the channel. Bullet Train 2, trailer 2. Brad Pitt faces off against a bunch of assassins on a bullet train. Comes out August 5th. Okay. 5 assassins aboard a fast-moving bullet train find out their missions have something in common. So I did a trailer reaction for this too. It'll be up on the channel later on today, and it's fun. Oh, this is so much fun. I think I said it's like it has very much a Guy Ritchie feel. It's got Zazie Beetz in it. It's from the director who did Deadpool 2, so her and the director are working together again. Sandra Bullock is in this. Joey King. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Logan Lerman. Hiroyuki Sanada, the guy who played Scorpion in the new Mortal Kombat. Michael Shannon's in this. I think he's playing the big bad guy. Bad Bunny. But it's got a whole bunch of funny things that happen in it. Let's go take a look at some of the snapshots and we'll walk through some of this stuff. As I said, my reaction for this will be up on the channel later on today. I didn't have time this morning to render everything through this system because I didn't want to do it live. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a better quality. So this guy falls out of a window. Basically, the first is all the setup of him getting to the train. He's on the phone with Sandra Bullock, who's giving him the orders. By the sounds of it, and I don't know if it's going to be a double cross or not, but he eventually gets on the train and he finds out that a bunch of other people are on the train there, and there's going to be some fighting. So this is Aaron Taylor Johnson and this other guy here. I think they're a team. They go on there to fight, or at least I think maybe he might have a bit of a bounty out on him or whatever he's after. Who's this guy, Panda Bear or whatever his name is? I don't know what the heck his name is. I've read it. Bad Bunny. Yeah, something like that. Okay. But yeah, the fight scenes look like they're well done. It's got that comedy to it that he's kind of like telling an old lady off for her saying shh. And what he says to her is very funny. And then it has a whole bunch of action scenes. There's Joey King. I can't wait to see this movie. The cast looks stellar. There's Michael Shannon. And I think that he's definitely playing the big bad guy. He just looks like he's got that clout to him. He's got some henchmen around him. So I think he'll be the one sending out the orders to go get Brad Pitt. Our Glass says in the live chat, lots of dialogue in Bullet Train trailer, very engaging, draws the viewer right to the side of Brad Pitt. Looks a great show. It does. It does. And I don't know if there's going to be a double cross with Sandra Bullock or not. Hopefully not. But Brad Pitt and her just worked together in The Lost City, so they had good chemistry there, and I hope they have good chemistry in this too. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Sandra Bullock for the most part. She's always great. So it looks like at one point here, they show the climax, maybe the climax, that the bullet train is going to go off the rails at some point here. Some people may complain that it's got too much of the movie in it, but I don't think so. And then he socks this mascot in the face because it won't let go of the of the case. And I found that kind of funny. Yeah. So August 5th, guys, in the IMAX. Let's see what some of the comments are saying. Looks fun. Brad Pitt is making a comeback. Well, I don't think he's making a comeback. He's always been there. Somehow I'm getting Smoking Aces vibes. Well, I don't know about that. Smoking Aces wasn't that good. Glorified violence is one of my favorite movie genres. What's wrong with me? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with you, dude. I love Brad and Sandra a favor by doing a small part in Sandra's movie. And Sandra returned the favor in doing Brad's movie. I don't know. Well, I guess because they're saying that she's a small part in this movie and he was a small part in The Lost City. Okay, but for the most part, it looks like a lot of people are liking it. It just literally dropped like an hour and a half ago, guys. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. I feel like that's fairly good. It's fairly good. I just want to back up here for a moment. I want to take a look at the comments for the Predator Prey. Honestly, this is what the franchise needs. It doesn't need to go bigger in the scale of sci-fi. It needs to get back to what the original was. It was action mixed with horror. Yes. And just like the original, you feel in this trailer that sense of being prey, that you might survive, but you are incredibly outmatched. Ironically, I feel that connects a lot more to the human part of it. Yeah. Yo, this actually looks sick. So people are liking the Predator Prey trailer. So I'm not getting any of that misogyny in here, which is good. The bear scene was pretty awesome, not going to lie. Had feels of the scene in Predator 1 when Arnie is setting up the trap. He's like, come on, kill me. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so good. Good. A lot of people are liking that trailer for Predator Prey. All right. Maria Bakalova has joined Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in a key role. Well, what does that mean? Well, Maria Bakalova was in that Borat movie, Borat 2. And she was great in it. She was like the real stand-up for a lot of people. And I was looking forward to seeing more from her. So it looks like James Gunn has stepped up and asked her to be part of this movie. And he went to his social media to reveal it to us guys. Yes. Okay. I guess I should be surprised it took you guys so long to get this one. Maria Bakalova is incredible. So he was kind of surprised that some of the insiders hadn't broken this news before. So she's in a secret role, key role. But for the most part, I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was in the can. I thought it was done. But you know what? They can always put her in pickups. Or because of the way that he's worded this, they've already shot her scenes with it. And it just... nobody's clued into it until now. But that's good. That's good news. Let's take a look at some of the comments to this. Hopefully they're not terrible. I watched the last Borat recently and she was perfect as his daughter. I hope they make a third one eventually. Secret role. I can't think of anything that would be more delightful and appropriate than seeing her show up as a time-jumping, metaverse-skipping, dazed, and confused tutor. Well, that was her character's name in Borat, guys. So it looks like for the most part people are agreeing that it was a good casting. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be the last outing for this group of characters, guys, as a team. She went on and said on her social media, she responded, saying that, I can't explain the roller coaster of emotions that I feel right now. Thank you, James Gunn. It's been the biggest honor for me to work with you. I love you. I love everyone involved with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. What a dream. I feel like now I feel like now I can finally say I am Groot. Okay. Good for her. Okay, so she's just thanking the cast, thanking the crew. Sounds like she's very grateful and considers it to be an honor to join Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's what you need to know about that. Alright, we saw yesterday that Scream 6 was going to be one of the most brutal, intense Ghostface killers in the series, in the franchise, and we thought about the cast, and it sounds like Neve Campbell is not going to be back. And I absolutely have no problem with this whatsoever. I don't think of the Scream franchise as hers. I don't. She's run her story, and we saw her story end, I think, pretty much with number 3. So it was kind of weird for seeing her back for number 4 and 5, but it was kind of like, here's what her life was looking like. And I really, really want her just to have that. Her character, Sydney, went off and lived happily ever after with no more problems. That's what I want to hear. So it sounds like there are some other reasons too. Well, people say that I felt the offer was presented to me did not equate to the value I have brought to the franchise. The actress said. Okay, so let's take a look at the bigger quote here. So, and she said this in Slasher Franchises 6. Okay. Sadly, I won't be making the next Scream film. As a woman, I have had to work extremely hard in my career to establish my value, especially when it comes to Scream. I felt the offer that was presented to me did not equate to the value I brought to the franchise. So they just, well, we don't know the script. Maybe she was only in it for like a few scenes and they were going to only pay her like small chump change. I just don't know. So we don't know the whole story. But by the sounds of it, she wasn't happy with the way that perhaps she was going to get compensated for it. She says, it's been a very difficult decision to move on. To all my Scream fans, I love you, and we love you too. You've always been so incredibly supportive to me. I'm forever grateful to you and to what this franchise has given me over the past 25 years. And that's fine. It's going to start shooting this summer, guys, so it's going to debut March 31st, 2023. And as I said, I have absolutely no problem. If the script wasn't right, she didn't feel comfortable with it, I didn't want this new requel, like this new requel. They call it a requel in Scream 5. But I didn't want this, because they did a good job of passing off the torch to the new cast. And I didn't want it to turn into the Star Wars sequel trilogy, where in each installment, one of the older characters dies. I didn't want to see that, and I hated Star Wars sequel trilogy for doing that, because you know what? People are allowed to happily go off and live happily ever after. You're allowed to have that. You know, it's not a dull storyline. So for her, okay, good. I don't want to hear that her character gets killed off screen of some kind, because then Scream 6 will be like this. I may even walk out of the theater if they say, oh, Sydney died in a car accident or something. It could have been the Ghostface killer. If I hear anything like that, you guys, I'll walk out of the theater. But it's directed by the same guys who did Scream 6. So Betty Benettelli Open and Tyler Gillette. So I'm trusting that they'll handle her character with respects. David Arquette took to his social media saying that he responds to her not returning. Well, he's not returning either. If you've seen Scream 5, he's definitely not returning. Why is that trailer playing, guys? I hit pause on all these things. So let's see what he says. I'd love for her to be part of it. A Scream movie without Sydney is kind of unfortunate, but I understand her decision. It's all a business in a way. They have to balance all these elements to fit a budget and produce a film. I get it. She's still alive. She can absolutely be in future ones, but I think it's up to fans to call for that in the future. That is a sudden. It's a business, though. I respect her decision for sure. Hey, you're not gonna. He's not gonna be in it either, man. So what are you talking about? You got run through rather viciously. So yeah. And I like Neve Campbell quite a bit. So I respect her decisions. And you know what? She's got other things going on the side. She's in The Lincoln Lawyer, I believe, and she's going to be in other movies as well. So it's good to see her returning to the big screen. You know what? Scream is just one of those things, as I said. They did a good job of passing off the torch in the last movie with Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. Those two girls, I think, can handle it. And I can't wait for more of it. So I'll keep my eye on it, but we'll see how this plays out. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Arglass says I'm a scary man. Well, sometimes. Top Gun Maverick lawsuit. What's this about? This was kind of out yesterday, too. It's not much, guys. We'll just acknowledge it here. Top Gun Maverick should be grounded. Copyright suit claims. So, Top Gun was based on a kind of like a, what was it? Like a piece out of a paper or something like that. It was like a, not a testimonial, but it was kind of like a small, like not a puff piece, but like a editorial about fighter pilots. And they based Top Gun off of that, from that. And the owners of that said that they didn't consult them when they made Top Gun Maverick. So they're saying that there's copyright claims. So Paramount's trying to defend it vigorously. They're just saying that the owners of the original article want some of the cheddar that Top Gun Maverick is making. And I'm guessing that the studios will just write them a check. But it's just odd that they never consulted them in the first place before greenlighting it. It's just a little bit of carelessness here. Everyone knows that one film is ever actually complete. They are always working on it in post-production. When mistakes and corrections are needed, Paramount will quickly and quietly settle this case. That's why they get for bragging about the profits. That's what they get for bragging about the profits. Well, yeah. I'm sure that the profits had something to do with it, because it's made over 500 million, guys, and it's a great movie. So, hey, if they went ahead and did this and you had the copyright claim to it, and you could throw a little bit of bank in your pocket, I would do it as well. So Paramount just kind of dropped the ball on that one. It's a little bit of a, do we have to talk about this one? Do we have to? Well, yes, we do. And that's what you need to know from the Top Gun lawsuit. Miss Marvel reaction. So Miss Marvel has hit Disney Plus and it's on TV, guys. But I'm not going to be doing live watch-alongs for this because I like the trailers and I may watch it, but I'm not going to. It's not my wheelhouse. I'm not the core demographic. So why do people want to watch an older dude watch Miss Marvel? But let's take a look at some of the snapshot reviews. Because, well, I want to see if people are liking it or not. And why are you giving me a synopsis of the series? Okay, so you're not. What kind of a review is that? I can't even tell you if people like it or not. Huh. Well, let's go over to the old tomato meter and see what Miss Marvel has on. See what the Miss Marvel Rotten Tomatoes has up. 98%. Well, I wouldn't call that a bad review. Now, I know there are reviews out there because I've seen some reviewers put up their stuff. I guess I should have done a better job of pulling up one. I thought this one had like the snapshots reviews. It's a tidy description. I don't care about the synopsis, guys. Tell me what you thought about the. All right. Well, okay. I'll better prepare this for tomorrow's show, guys. I really thought that this one had the snapshot reviews, but they are out there now. What are you doing, Hollywood Reporter? This is terrible. That's terrible reporting. I hate these articles that, like, 60% of it is just a recap of who's in it and the synopsis. When I go to look for reviews, that's not what I want to hear. Like, I don't like watching reviews where it's kind of like, it stars this person, it's directed by this, and then they spend like 60% of the video telling you what you can read on the IMDb. I like to use it as tools, but sorry about that, guys. I thought that was a little bit better flushed out. Let me see if I can just get this. Miss Marvel reactions call it playful and charming. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll do that better tomorrow. Early indicators are positive for Miss Marvel. Real Rejects did a good interview with the creators of the series. Okay, good. Well, yeah. Here's what I say about Miss Marvel. Even though I'm not the demographic for it, I hope it does resonate with the fans of it. Because I don't want something to suck just because I don't agree with, or just because it's not with my demographic, right? Yeah. All right, guys, let's continue on with this travesty of it. Obi-Wan. Review bombed? Really? I don't know. Why Obi-Wan Kenobi's Rotten Tomatoes audience score is so low? Well, let's take a look at what the score is then. 59%. Really? We're 3 episodes in, guys. Tomorrow we're doing episode 4 of Obi-Wan. And I don't know why that is. It's 87% by critics, by 182 reviews, over 3,000. So, yeah, it is maybe getting a little bit bombed. I would say that it is. And the show was awesome. An engaging story with a great set of characters. And it is. Totally is. Young Leia steals the show for me. And I got no problem with that, because Obi-Wan's trying to save her, guys. It's not, it's too much Leia. We're not focusing enough on Obi-Wan. I think we've focused the perfect amount. Yeah, what else did you want to see? You wanted to see him walk home from the butcher job that he has? You want to see him interact with the crowd more? Yeah, I don't get those complaints. But this article over on Screen Rant, that talks about why Obi-Wan's Rotten Tomato score is so low, goes into talk a little bit about that racism story between the fans and Moses Ingram, who plays Reva. And I agree that sometimes the dialogue sounds a little bit questionable, but the dialogue in Star Wars has always been questionable. So I don't fault it for that. The delivery sometimes too. So I thought she was cool. I thought she was cool. But this article goes on to explain some of that, but let's take a look at some of the other reasonings. The general story direction, poor acting, poor direction, poor action, and not enough focus on Obi-Wan. So that's what people are griping about. Not enough focus on Obi-Wan. I think it said the right amount. What the heck is happening there? So, for me, that's not an issue. What do you guys think about this stuff? Do you agree with it? And then it just goes on to have a little bit of what are the other backlashes were from the sequel trilogy. I just feel like I wouldn't. I agree that yes, people can say that they don't like it, and they can say that they don't like it for all of those reasons. But then if they turn around and you ask them to explain exactly why you feel like it's not enough focus, and they don't have an answer for you, then it feels like then a lot of people are just jumping on that bandwagon, right? And that's not. I know people do it, but it's kind of like why bother? And they go on to talk about the toxicity of the fan base, and that's mostly Lucasfilms. That's all on Lucasfilm. They created that environment with the way they handled the backlash from the sequel trilogy. They should have reprimanded Rian Johnson immediately once he went out and started attacking the fans. Because how would you expect people to respond once you start? It's kind of like how you deal with a bully. You know, the best way to deal with a bully is just to walk away. Don't react to them, don't give them any kind of satisfaction whatsoever. But people and some executives at Lucasfilm responded to the fans and reacted to them and gave them more fuel to, feed them that toxicity. So they kind of stoked the flames of it themselves. And Rian Johnson is fully responsible for it as well. And that's how I feel about it. But I digress from the Obi-Wan's Run Tomatoes score. I think it really doesn't matter for the most part. Obi-Wan debuted as one of the highest shows premiered on Disney Plus. We saw that story, so I'm not worried about it. And I think once it unfolds a little bit more and we see more Darth Vader, people will come around on it. And people are calling that Reva will turn to the light side and save Obi-Wan in a fight of some kind. It's telegraphed in the show. It is what it is. I got no problem with it as long as it's done in a satisfying way that helps Obi-Wan's character make that next step towards becoming that person that we know in A New Hope. That's what I want. All right. Arglass says in the live chat, I think Stranger Things stole a piece of Obi-Wan's thunder. Yeah, they said that too. Stranger Things 4 definitely did. It set the bar quite high. Obi-Wan is a slow burn and its action isn't as vigorous as it could be in my opinions. I herald a great ending. Yeah, and I think some of the great endings may be that we're going to see, or at least hear from Qui-Gon Jinn, which will make a lot of people happy. Make me happy. We're going to, for sure, see another throwdown between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. Yeah, I can't wait for it. 3 more episodes, guys. 4, 5, 6. We're seeing episode 4 tomorrow. I'll put up a thumbnail for it later on today and let you know if I'm going to do it in the morning or in the afternoon. We'll have to see. But that's how I feel about the Obi-Wan story, guys. Sorry for going off on a little bit of a rant there. I'm just a little bit passionate about the sequel trilogy when it comes down to those matters. Fox TV show Slate. Why am I talking about the Fox TV show? Because it does have a reveal for me for one of the... I said that I don't watch a lot of TV, so I pick and choose my stuff rather carefully because I do watch a lot of sports. So they finally released their fall schedule, and I was looking for one show in particular, and it looks like we got a release date for it. Monarch 911. This is just normal fare. Hell's Kitchen, right there. 8 p.m. Thursday, September 29th. There we go. So Gordon Ramsay's going to be back for a new season of Hell's Kitchen. It's most likely going to be filmed all in Las Vegas. I don't know if I'm going to do live watch-alongs, but we'll be doing an after show for it for sure. Hell's Kitchen, because I'm a big fan of it. And yeah, I don't feel like I need to do a full... I'm just gauging off what I did for Survivor. While people watched it, I was hoping that people would come and watch it with me during the show, but because we filmed it in such a way, we may just do an after show where I'll talk about some of the highlights of the show, and we'll just go on it from there. Because I'm a big Hell's Kitchen fan. I used to be a cook guy, so I like seeing shows like that. And I think Hell's Kitchen, by far, is my favorite Gordon Ramsay show. So September 29th is when we get it back. I'll be hyped for that. And cool. Guys, the time has finally come for us to get the answers we've all been longing for about the Batman Forever nipple controversy. Batman Forever costume designer explains what inspired Val Kilmer's batsuit nipples. Something that we've been all... we've been trying to solve this puzzle and mystery for, well, decades now. So we finally got our answers. Not really, guys. I don't even know why this is a piece right now, but it was up and I thought it would be a little bit of a funny thing to talk about. So with Val Kilmer's suit in Batman Forever, the nipples were one of those things that I added. It wasn't fetish to me. It was more informed by Roman armor. Okay. Yeah, I can see that the Roman armor did have those things on it. So, like centurions, and in the comic books, the characters always looked like they were naked with spray paint on them, kind of like a mannequin, I guess. I suppose. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. It was all about anatomy, and I like to push anatomy. I don't know exactly where my head was at back in the day, but that's what I remember. So I added the nipples. I had no idea that they were going to end up being all this buzz about it. Well, yeah, they were definitely taken to task for it. Well, Michael Schumacher didn't help either when they did those butt shots of them suiting up. You know how they did those suiting up shots, and then he turns and you see his butt in the molded rubber. That didn't help either. But guys, we finally got our answers. The long mystery is over. It was inspired by the Roman armor for the bat nipples. So we can finally sleep well at nights now, guys. I just thought that was funny. I thought I'd just throw that in there. All right, it's 12:46. I should probably start rendering my Predator Prey and Bullet Train reactions, give my PC some time here. But we'll take a look at the old tomato meter here before we round it out. Arglass says, yeah, I hope Obi-Wan takes his freaking legs off again. He may. I hope he does too. All right. Let's see what's trending out here. A new Marilyn Monroe biopic is in the works with BTF Media. We're going to have one out with Ana de Armas playing her. It will provide an untold look at the iconic movie star's Latina heritage at one of her final trips to Mexico. Huh. What's this? New look at Krasinski's Spiderhead, starring Chris Hemsworth, Journey Smollett, and Miles Teller. Oh, is there a new trailer out? Looks something like the same trailer. Andrew Garfield and Zendaya for Variety's Actors on Actors. We knew that was happening. Huh. Hey, what's up with these pants? It's got a crease. Don't know if I like that. Character posters for Keke Palmer for Nope. Nope character posters. People are not liking the name of this movie, you know that? From the majority of people, I know what he's trying to do. We heard that Jordan Peele was trying to say he wanted to capitalize on that feeling that people have when they look at something and they're like you watch somebody get hurt, like falling downstairs or something, and you're like, nope, you don't want to see that kind of thing, right? That's what he wanted to capitalize on. But it sounds like the early buzz is that name isn't translating. So I hope the final trailer will show exactly what the aliens are doing to people. Like they shouldn't keep it a mystery. Because it sounds like they're doing it. They're transforming people and horses into weird creatures. And I want to see one of those creatures in the final trailer. Because I want to see it to sell me it. To make me go, nope, that's what I want the trailer to do. Artglass says great color and definition in Nope posters. Yeah, it was kind of like that blue-greenish stuff. Zendaya. Black and white photos. I like black and white photos. She always takes good photos. Anyway. Anne Hathaway and Jeremy Strong for Variety's Actors on Actors. They're up next. Okay. Anne Hathaway. One of my favorite Catwomen. New Predator Prey trailer. Yep, that'll be up. Sandra Bullock in Bullet Train. Second trailer has been released. Yep. Episode 1 of Irma Vep starring Alicia Vikander is now streaming on HBO Max. Yeah, we saw the posters and we saw the trailer for it the other week there. I like Alicia Vikander quite a bit. Priyanka Chopra, Bulgari's Paris event. Bulgari. Okay. Baz Luhrmann not casting Harry Styles as Elvis. Oh, Harry Styles was up for that? I think I knew that. Anne Hathaway and Lisa at Bulgari's Paris event. So there must have been some kind of fashion event or something. First look at Danielle Panetta and Danny Ramirez in anthology series Tales of the Walking Dead. Oh man, they're making more Walking Dead. Why can't it just die? Come on. Because it's the same thing. That's the thing. It's kind of like, yeah, they're running away from zombies, and then the threat is it's not the zombies that are the threat, it's the humans. We get it. How many times can they run from people and hide in a shelter, try to fortify a shelter, and then have the shelter be overthrown? Because that's pretty much all that happens. It's a rinse and repeat. John Hamm, Juno Temple, Jennifer Jason Leigh to star in Fargo. Oh, cool. John Hamm. We just saw him in Top Gun Maverick, so that's good. And Juno Temple, can't go wrong with her. She was in Ted Lasso, right? Good photo. I like that quite a bit. I'm going to have to save that photo. Gabrielle Union has signed an overall deal with BET Studios. Okay. And there's that Vogue cover that we saw yesterday. Bradley Cooper and Matt Bomer on the set of Maestro. Well, I thought he was playing an old... Well, okay, so he's not old there, but we saw him with the old makeup on there the other day. So I don't know anything about this person. So, okay. Looks like it's going to be told over a long period of time of him as a young man all the way up to when he's older. He's a composer of music, right? Maestro? Like, no brainer, James. It's called Maestro. Now, I don't know his work, so maybe I'll take a look for some of his work later on to give it a listen. Ted Lasso will reportedly end with season 3. Okay. What We Do in the Shadows has been renewed for episode 5 or for seasons 5 and 6. Good, a lot of TV news here. Okay, we saw that story. Name the underrated action star. That's Jackie. Who could not know that? All right, so we're getting a lot of this Bulgari stuff. Neve Campbell and Neve. It's not the end, guys. She can always come back for a number 7 if the story calls for it. Okay, let's end with this today, guys. Because I posted my reaction to this up on TikTok the other night. And I was a little bit shocked. Because I said in my reaction for this, and it's up on the YouTube channel now, I said, nobody's hotter right now than Jenna Ortega name-wise. Name-wise. And I like, it's very loud and clear that I said name-wise. And I mean it because she was in Scream 5. She was in X. She's going to be in Wednesday. She's going to be in Scream 6. And she just won that award at the MTV Movie Awards. So, I mean hot as in like, yeah, her people are talking about her hot. But the people on TikTok thought I was making like a derogatory kind of comment about it. And I just got one here, so maybe we can take... Okay, so some people are coming to my defense. He said, no one can be hotter than Jenna Ortega name-wise right now. Yeah, and some people are saying, well, dude, you're like 40 years old, and which I am, and she's 19, which is a huge age gap. And I do say at times that, yes, I'll say that some actresses are beautiful, and they are, but I don't... Sometimes as a laugh, I'll go, like that Homer Simpson drooling kind of thing. But I try to do it tastefully, and I mind my place when I do it. It was just kind of weird. I wasn't expecting that reaction, which was okay. But when I looked at my my response on the responses on TikTok, it was gotten over like 1,900 views. So that's good. It got me some more followers on TikTok. And guys, I encourage you to follow me on all the social media sites there, because while I don't have access to the YouTube stories yet, I can put stories on Instagram and TikTok, and I do that. So you get a little bit behind the scenes stuff. So we'll end it out there today, guys, with that story. I just felt like it was kind of like, huh, wow, you guys are making me sound like I'm kind of like a little bit out of line. And I didn't want to give people that impression. It's just sometimes when I get excited, I do go, ooh, wow, ooh, wow. And you'll see that when I publish my Predator Prey trailer later here in just a few moments. It's going to start rendering as soon as I get offline here, and then it should be up within about 40 minutes or an hour or so, because I may render both of those trailers back to back. It usually takes about 20 minutes for a 5-minute video to render, because of the different layers and stuff like that. So we'll see that. It'll be up on the channel later on today. I just thought that, hey guys, I felt like that was a little bit of fun to let you know a little bit of the insights of some people's reactions out there to certain things. All right. You're watching Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, guys. It's a 24-hour news cycle, so if I miss something or if a big trailer drops, it'll be live on the channel as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you guys for the Predator Prey reaction and the Bullet Train 2 reaction. See you tomorrow.